We believe everyone deserves an exceptional listening experience. We are going to review how the Americans with Disabilities Act and the fundamentals of assistive listening technologies ensure accessibility for all guests and compliance with the law. As you know, the ADA prohibits businesses and agencies from discriminating on the basis of disability. What you might not know is that the ADA also establishes requirements designed to ensure that accommodations are provided for individuals with hearing impairments. These accommodations include assistive listening systems, which are required in new construction, renovations, or anywhere a professional audiovisual system is being installed or upgraded. Private companies, commercial facilities, and state or local government buildings providing goods or services to the public are all required to make such accommodations. Complying with the ADA means having an assistive listening system in any assembly area where audio communications is integral to the use of the space. These areas can include classrooms, courtrooms, public meeting rooms, legislative chambers, performing arts centers, arenas, convention centers, and many other public spaces. The law also requires signage to inform patrons that such a system is available. Assistive listening systems do not simply make presentations or announcements louder. They are designed to make it easier to hear and understand. While each system is different, the basic function remains the same. A transmitter, either portable or permanently installed, broadcasts the audio to a receiver. The receiver sends the audio directly to the user via headphones or directly to their hearing aid. Receivers are either provided by the facility or guests can use their own smartphone. Depending upon the venue's capacity and other factors, the ADA has outlined specific requirements for the number of receivers and neck loops that must be available to the public. If someone is denied access to assistive listening where such a system is installed, the U.S. Department of Justice may fine a business or venue for being non-compliant. Such a fine can result in civic penalties of $55,000 for the first violation and $110,000 for subsequent violations. Information and resources to help determine the number of receivers and neck loops your venue needs can be found at listentech.com. The ADA law specifically mentions 3 assistive listening technologies: radio frequency, or RF, infrared, or IR, and induction loop. Of these 3, radio frequency is by far the most common. An RF transmitter is positioned within a venue and broadcasts the signal via radio waves to receivers and headsets worn or carried by visitors. Audio is delivered to a receiver, and guests use a headset to listen to the audio, or an integrated neck loop that sends the signal directly to their telecoil-enabled hearing aid. RF systems are very popular thanks to their relatively low cost, good signal range, ease of installation, and ability to broadcast to different channels in the same area. RF technology is good for simultaneous translation applications, or providing audio in multiple spaces at the same time. With this in mind, not all RF systems are equal. Some run in the same 2.4 GHz range as Wi-Fi, which can lead to interference and loss of signal quality. Listen Technologies products are engineered for reliable audio, minimizing signal interference and loss. Next are infrared systems. Like RF systems, infrared also uses transmitters and receivers with headphones or neck loops, but they operate very differently. Since infrared is a beam of light, it functions best when the receiver is in line of sight of the transmitter. Infrared is ideal when security or confidentiality is essential, as the infrared light cannot travel outside the room or venue. IR systems are popular choices for legal entities, such as law firms, federal courtrooms, or corporate environments where security is critical. IR systems are also popular in museums and higher education, as they are easier for visitors to use because channel tuning is not necessary. It simply works when a user walks into a new location or the next classroom. Induction Loop, also called Hearing Loop, is a technology that dates back to the rotary phone, using a magnetic signal that travels through a loop of wire cable surrounding the perimeter, transmitting to anyone whose hearing aid includes a telecoil switch. It's important to note that induction loops only work with hearing aids equipped with a telecoil, a cochlear implant, or a receiver, and they don't work for every environment because of challenges with the physical building structure and design, as well as high installation costs.
It is important to understand that while the ADA law was initially published in 1990 and updated in 2010, we can certainly agree that technology advances quickly. Assistive listening technologies are no different.
Lawmakers understood this, as they state, "Nothing in these requirements prevents the use of technologies as alternatives to those prescribed, provided they result in substantially equivalent or greater accessibility and usability." Streaming audio over Wi-Fi is the latest technology that can be used for a compliant assistive listening system, exceeding the minimum standards for performance defined in the ADA law. Wi-Fi systems allow users to connect regardless of how far they are from a speaker, using their own device or smartphone or tablet, or one that's provided to them. The audio can be delivered to Bluetooth-enabled hearing aids or cochlear implants through their own cell phone. Wi-Fi streaming is a great option for those needing language interpretation or for assistive listening. Wi-Fi systems are easy to use and are easily configured to fit any venue or application. Venues can also enable password-protected channels, allowing confidential audio to be encrypted and sent to smartphones and devices. Listen Technologies provides assistive listening and communication solutions because we believe everyone deserves an exceptional listening experience. For more information, call 1-800-330-0891 or by visiting listentech.com.